Y'all know my body already. Day 3, 31 nights, 31 frights. Let's get it. Now, this is The Lodge, a 2019 Hulu original. And based on the trailer alone, I'm tempted to call this film great value Hereditary, from the lingering Steadicam shots down to the cult and the diorama. Like, it's obviously in that same wheelhouse, so if you don't fuck with Hereditary, don't bother watching this film. Don't watch this review. Go do something else. I love you, though, so come back tomorrow. I fucking love Hereditary, though, so the trailer drew me in initially, and I'd been meaning to catch this one when it came out last year, and I guess I just never got around to it. But we're here now, and I already knew I would at least like this movie. But what is it with modern horror movies and the nosebleed thing? Malevolent did it last time, and now this one's doing it too. What's going on here? Anyway, let me just say this movie starts off rough and hits you with very heavy shit right out of the gate, so be warned. But this one particular thing needs to happen to set the rest of the film in motion. So while I may not agree with the motives or implications here, it's a storytelling mechanic, and I'm not going to fault this film for telling the story the way that it thinks it needs to. There's a concept called creative license that I think a lot of y'all should familiarize yourselves with. No shade, though. Also, this film's got a really hard dick for that Ken Burns effect, man. You see this? You see this? You see what I'm doing right now? You see that in the frame? Yeah, that's called the Ken Burns effect, popularized by filmmaker Ken Burns. And this movie takes every opportunity to do it. And after the 100th time, it feels really tacked on. It's also got a lot of artsy-fartsy, lingering film school shots in it that it just cuts too abruptly that do less for me than I think they intended. But sound design is good, though. Like, really good. And that slow, swelling score really adds to the tense atmosphere that it's trying to sell. This film has really on-the-nose moments, too. Like in one scene, they're watching John Carpenter's The Thing, reinforcing the notion that someone in the film is basically a monster hidden in plain sight, and that you shouldn't all the way trust anybody. It's cheeky and super obvious, but The Thing is one of my favorite movies ever made, so you already know. I like it. I don't know. I thought it was cute. It's also a slow burn, and I understand that not everybody has the patience for that. I much prefer that, actually, and that's why I can't bear slasher movies. I don't know, I can't do it. They're stupid. The film does a great job of building tension through some decent shot composition and pacing, and the chemistry between this very small cast is really what makes the film a lot stronger. There's never more than 4 people in a scene for longer than a minute or two, and the film still manages to feel really tense and alive. The kids are no joke either, man. Jaden Martell and Leah McHugh really took their roles seriously here, and they did a great job of selling it. Line delivery doesn't feel flimsy, for lack of a better word. Like, you know, when you can tell they're reciting a memorized script as opposed to living in the role and saying things as these real people would say them. Yeah, this film doesn't do that, and I like that a lot. The Lodge is ultimately a film about grief and emotional and mental instability, with religion as the catalyst and how that grief drives people to do and think some really fucked up stuff to try to rationalize the things they can't understand and emotions they can't really process. It gets increasingly ridiculous as it progresses, and by the end you realize how inorganic a lot of these situations feel. Like, there's gonna be moments in the film that you go, what? But overall, this is an isolating film that's best watched alone and at night to feel the full effect. It's slow, and I could count all the jump scares on one hand, even if I lost a couple fingers. And if slow is not your thing, skip it. But if you have the patience, I think it's an alright watch. It's not perfect, and it's not groundbreaking cinema. It's actually kinda try hard and makes some of the story beats feel silly, but it's a film I could see being used to teach a class on like tension or pacing in filmmaking or something. Either way, I give The Lodge 2.5 ghost emojis out of 5. I don't know how to make half an emoji, so I'm just gonna do 0.5. So yeah, anyway, this has been another episode of 31 Nights and 31 Frights, a Hearse Boys original segment. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, click the bell, yada yada, you know what time it is. See you guys tomorrow.